Listen. Before I begin, I want to say this, because I just want to dispel all of this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Dispel all of this madness, and just give it to you raw, so you can have a better understanding, and you won't walk around talking ignorant anymore. All right? First thing, all black people are from the South. I'm gonna say it again, because I don't think y'all heard me. Every black person is from the South. So when you talk about New Yorkers, you all got family in the South. Black people migrated from the South to the North. Black people migrated from the Caribbeans to the North. The Caribbeans are the South. Period. There ain't no buildings and skyscrapers and all the rest of that mess in the Caribbeans. Possibly in Jamaica a little bit. Other than that, the islands are too small, and if you were to build skyscrapers on the island, eventually the island will sink. So technically, wherever you live, where it's a bunch of trees, a bunch of grass, a bunch of dirt, and a bunch of animals, raccoons, deers, skunks, that is considered the South. So everyone is from the South. Everybody that's black is from the South. There may be remnants of black people that, because I truly believe that Christopher Columbus wasn't the first one to come over here to America. I truly believe that black people were here first. You can see it in Mexico with the Olmecans. So I truly believe that there were some black people that were already here. That there were some black people that migrated to what we call New York. Other than that, the majority, let me say that. You know what I'm saying? Because I know how y'all are. Y'all want to be technical. The majority of black people are from the South. Pleased with that. We need to bring back this unity. This unity, not disunity. We need to bring back this unity between the Southern blacks and the Northern blacks, because it was never our fight. It was the Confederates against the Yankees. And so therefore we picked up a fight that we had nothing to do with. We were slaves. So stop it with that, I'm from up north. You're really not. Because I see you every summer. You come and visit me every summer. Or I'll come and visit you every summer. And y'all know that. Why, Atlanta? Atlanta, stop it. Stop it. Y'all hate the New Yorkers, and I understand why. Y'all have a good reason. But guess what? You used to come up north for the summers. Stop it with the BS. No. I don't care if I don't get monetized on this one. Stop it with the bullshit. And New Yorkers, stop it with the bullshit. Y'all come down here for the summers. Stop it. I was one of them before I moved there. Stop it with that BS. So let's get down to business. The pros and cons of living in the South while you're black. Let's talk about the cons first. The cons are, you deal with racism. But I think that that's just about everywhere. And the racism is not as bad, because I've looked at the racism and compared it, you know, from the North and the South. And it seems though to me that there have been more black people getting killed in the so-called liberal cities than in the South. Look at Chicago, black people killing black people. Police officers killing black people. Look at New York, black people killing black people. Police officers killing black people. And let's not talk about the the infamous California and Los Angeles. Black people killing black people. Cops killing black people. But I'm not saying it doesn't happen in the South, but it's rare in comparison to the northern cities or the so-called liberal cities, the bigger cities. So let's not put that stigma of racism strictly in the South. Is it strong in the South? Yes, but it's strong in New York as well. Let me tell you something. When I was younger, I never forget it. Like, I'm talking about like a young adult. I never forget it. I used to walk down Jamaica Avenue before I went to the Coliseum to go to arcade, because they had an arcade in the Coliseum. Yo, I did all of the regular stuff that people did, you know, when we went to Jamaica Avenue. We took pictures of Gertz Mall. We went to the Coliseum and played video games. You know, they had a pizza shop up there. Not in the Coliseum, but like on Jamaica Avenue, they had the Jamaican joint. So I would get my on the corner right before you get to the Coliseum. You could get your beef patties, your chicken patties, and your veggie patties. I wasn't a vegetarian then, so I got the chicken and beef patties. But I remember, you know what I'm saying? I used to drink a 40 ounce, like out in the open. I mean, I'm brown bagging it, of course. But I used to just drink it out in the open. Nobody messed with you. The cops wasn't on Jamaica Avenue like that. And I just thought, like, yo, this was the place to be, because I get to do what I want to do. And then I got older and I realized it, that they didn't mess with us because we were on the black side of town. That there was a white side of town. And the reason why I love being on Jamaica Avenue in that area, it wasn't nothing but blacks and Caribbeans. That's it. The south side of Jamaica. That's it. Wasn't no whites. I never saw whites. I hardly saw Puerto Ricans on Jamaica Avenue. So that's the point that I'm making. Everybody practiced segregation and racism, but it's not practiced that much in the South. I'm telling you, yo. Let me count my neighbors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. My next door neighbor right here is white. I got two right across from here. White. We live amongst one another in the South. I know that's rare for you all to hear, but that's the truth. There's racism, yes, but we live amongst one another. Like, I got white people that live on my block. I got Chinese people that live on my block. I got Mexican people that live on one block. This is a very diverse community. So kill it with that racism. But the cons is there is racism. It is. But that's anywhere. What's the next con? There are black businesses, but there's nowhere, and the sister brought it up to me. There's nowhere where black people could come together like Harlem. You know what I'm saying? Well, Harlem's being taken over, but gentrified, but prior to the gentrification, Harlem. We don't have a black Mecca. We don't have a black Wall Street. It's not a place where black people could go. I say at least in Charlotte, black people could go, and that whole area is like restaurants, clubs, you know, owned by blacks. Now in Atlanta, I'm pretty sure that they have something like that, because Atlanta is like a lot of black people, and there's a lot of professionals that's black, and they got money and all the rest of that stuff, black-owned businesses. But for the most part, for the sake of the conversation, majority of the South is nowhere for blacks to actually party and, you know, have restaurants and stuff like that, like per se Harlem. You know, we have to party with, I'm not trying to be racist or nothing. I hate it when I'm telling the truth and then people say call me a racist. But we have to party with white people, which is it's not bad. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying, like, I would want it to be the other way around at times. Like, white people come over to our side of town and party with us. But that's the con. At least here in Charlotte that I see, it's nowhere where you can go and there's a couple of restaurants and businesses that's clumped up in one part, you know, one side. So that's the con. What's the next con? That's about it. Oh, there's not gonna be as much to do as your Chicago or your New York or your Los Angeles. I hate it when people compare, you know, and say, yo, when I'm in New York, I can do blah, 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 and this and that and so forth. But and I used to do the same thing. And it's like oxymoron. It's like, okay, you could do all of this stuff and you do this and do that. Well, why exactly are you in the South then? Because you never, I'm just saying, like, if New York is equivalent to Wakanda, Why are you here exactly? Are you just like visiting? Nah, I'm living here. End of story. Stop it. Stop it. But the fact remains is that it's not going to be as much to do here, but there are things to do here. If you're not into nature, then hey, your ass out. But I can name a whole lot of things to do in Charlotte and outside the outskirts of Charlotte. You know, we got the mountains like 2 hours away. I mean, you name it, it's a lot of stuff to do in North Carolina, just as well as in Georgia. So that's the cons. The pros. The living here, what you get for the money that you make. I say it all the time, I'm in a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath, front yard, backyard, central air and heat. Some people will be like, that's from the South. Why you keep on saying that? Like, what? I'm trying to understand. Oh, let me explain this to you, Southerners. There are areas, such as in New York and Chicago, they can't control the heat. They don't have central air and heat. They have to use box units, like air conditioners to put in their windows. Box units. In some cases, some people can't even afford that. So you'll see it like at a hot summer day where people just got their window open and you got these big fans that's in the window. I know I spent a couple of days in the projects with my uncle. Tompkins projects with my uncle because I missed the bus one time when I was going up getting some bootleg movies. I stayed there for like 3-4 days and I couldn't take it. I was like, yo, I got to get out of here. So you get more bang for your buck. Oh, a con. This is another con that people will say, well, the northern states pay more and the southern states pay less. Come on, man. Stop it. The cost of living is more. That's the reason why you get paid more in the north. The cost of living is less. That's why you get paid less in the south. Okay? Now, another pro. Clean air. Nature, trees. The weather. We don't have long winters. I remember I talked to my sister about this the other day. I don't know if she remember because she was like really, really young. I remember we were living off of Flatbush Avenue, if I'm not mistaken. And we had the upstairs down duplex house, right? It snowed so bad. When we opened the door, it was a sheet of snow. My sister's father had to go upstairs, open up the window, climb out, and dig us out in order for us to get out of the door. You're not gonna have that type of weather in the South. I say last year, but it really was this year. So this year, the earlier part of this year, which was, January, February, March, it snowed for 3 hours. And after that, it was over with. Another pro, Black-owned businesses. New Yorkers did not start that. The South was known for it. Why? Because when we were segregated, we had to create our own schools. We had to create our own churches and our stores and restaurants and all of that stuff. So when you see the Harlem Renaissance and you see Harlem being all black at one point in time, that was because of the South. The South started those black-owned businesses. And Atlanta is notorious for it, but you'll see that everywhere. Here in Charlotte, we are 45% of the population, blacks that is. 43 to 45%, if I'm not mistaken. You're gonna have black-owned businesses here. It's not a lot, but you get to own your own shit. It's a dude, man, I swear, it just came to mind. I wish I would remember his restaurant. But for those that are in Charlotte, North Carolina, that is, he's off of Mint Street. He's right across the street from Soul's Kitchen, Seoul. He's right across the street from that. That's a black-owned business. It's a bar slash restaurant slash club. And I roll through there all the time, and I'm like on a go. But one day I'm gonna stop. It'd be some nice looking women over there. That's another pro, yo. That's another pro. Beautiful, black, thick women in the South. I mean, the cornbread is doing them justice. The macaroni and cheese, the sweet potato salad. I thought you said you was a vegetarian, Langston. Let's move on. Anyway, yeah, the beautiful Southern belles. That's what they call them. And just the overall, like, you can't beat it. You can't beat it, man. You can't beat it. I'm about to go to the grocery store right now. I got on flip flops. I got on some cut off shorts. This raggedy, rinky dinky shirt. You know, this is I just took a shower. I'm relaxing. I'm through for the day. I've done my chores and different things like that around the house. All I'm doing is relaxing now. So it's people will say the South is slow. Why not? Why not it be slow? Why not enjoy your time here? Why everything has to be fast paced? I want to enjoy my life. I want it to be 3 o'clock. And next thing you know, I'm like, man, time is slow. It's like 3:15. I thought it was 4:45. I don't want to say, man, damn, time sure is passing me by. So yeah, man, it's nothing like it. Y'all should, if I wish y'all could smell me, man. I smell real good. I put on some oils, you know. I'm smelling real good. You know what I'm saying? The ladies, when I walk in the grocery store, they like, is that you smelling like that? Yes, it is. Mm-hmm. Yes, I smell marvelous, amazing, don't I? Another pro. People say, hi, how are you doing? I don't care how country they are. Why people have to sound like you from up north? Why does that accent have to be the elite accent? No, I cherish and I embrace people that sound different. My man Maine, he came over here and fixed my brakes. Yo, thank you, man. I paid him for it though. He was saying something. He was like, going to get, and I was like, what did you say? It's not like I didn't understand him. He talks like real low. He's like, yo, you have to excuse me for my accent. I'm like, man, kill that. I like it. I like people being from where they from and representing where they're from, cause it's different flavors. It's different flavors, and I like to hear the flavor and the style. Sometimes I don't agree with some of the stuff, but some people may not agree with the stuff that I do. Yo, there's no, how can I put it? There's no set rules when it comes to culture, man. There's no set rules. No one is bigger than the other. So let's stop it with the southern stuff. Let's stop it with the northern stuff. And let's come together, man. I can appreciate New York, especially the summers. No one can beat the summers in New York. If I could live in New York for the summer, I would. I'm not gonna lie. Point blank, period. But nobody can beat the South far as nature, far as the weather. You know, around what, October, November, it's time to get the hell out of New York. Cause that's when that start coming in. That's why New Yorkers be like, yo, it's brick cold out here. And yo, seriously, it's like a brick hits you. It's like that cold, like, whoa. You cut around that corner, woof, it hits you. The only time you're safe is when you're in the subway. The subway, it don't be cold in there. But once you come upstairs from that subway, kabow! But yeah, man, there's some pros and cons, and I think, in my personal opinion, the pros outweigh the cons. So, in other words, what I'm saying, black people, let's come together, live in the South. And the South is anywhere where there's a bunch of trees and grass, raccoons, squirrels, deers, all of that stuff. Yo, I seen a raccoon. I'm not lying. When I was on my father's house a couple years back, I seen a raccoon, right? You know, like digging the trash. I'm like, whoa, hold up, y'all, you out of place. I'm like, yo, when did y'all break out of the zoo? I know Yo, I'm done, man. Y'all got me bugging, man. My name is Langston2092. I want you to like, comment, subscribe, and definitely share this video.